Is there a place that does that shit around here?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so.
Around here, it's like there's one guy and he travels around and everybody knows this guy. Like if you start talking to piercers or professional piercers or people at tattoo shops and
But
stuff,
he's not around.
they'll know that there's this guy that does it, but he's not just around.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta track him down.
Want for having some conversation with Steven and Twan. Questioning the whole universe and history of man. Saturday on Sunday, we're gonna make it through. Speak up, yeah. It's a Saturday on Sunday.
Yeah.
Like,
And welcome to the Saturday on Sunday podcast. It's not that one, it's this one. I'm Steven.
I'm Twan.
And we waste a lot of content before we record.
Hey, I started recording on the camera.
So who knows?
So-
You know, that other content, you know, it could be
It's gonna pop up.
pop up later.
Yeah, it could be at a pop-up shop near you.
Who
Check it
knows?
out.
You guys popping up? Shop it.
Can we sell that?
Right. I mean,
What do you
know,
What do you buy?
pop.
It'd be like an NFT.
Yeah. It's
like
like, what are
you-
you really buying?
You buy the
Let's
something.
Let's make a killing on physical NFTs.
Right.
Isn't that just shopping?
Oh, yeah.
Nope. Not at all. NFTs are the way to go right now, though.
Yeah.
I would invest in those motherfuckers.
Right. But
I have
it's like,
so many.
Yeah.
No, I don't have not one.
Right. It's like I'm gonna spend a couple grand on these gifts that I can just, you know, I can share that I have them, but it's just like, what's the point? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, what are you really selling? Because you're not selling the intellectual property.
No, because you could still do that, you know.
Right.
But
You're just selling this idea of, I don't know, ownership of an idea.
yeah, and like, so the real big thing is when like, so you buy, somebody draws a fucking character
Yeah.
and they put it on, and you buy the NFT for that.
Yeah.
It blows up when that character becomes something.
Right.
So if it's put into TV shows or fucking whatever it may be put into,
Yeah.
like, you score off of that shit.
Like how?
I don't fucking know how it
Like,
works.
it's just like, what? Like, it doesn't make sense to
You
me.
gotta do your research on it.
Like,
I haven't yet.
yeah.
I started to, but it's a lot of homework.
Like, I've definitely watched videos of people trying to explain it, and it's like, even them trying to explain it, it's like, do they even understand what it is? Because I don't get it, what you're talking about at all.
I'm trying to get in and make a NFT
Yeah.
myself.
Right, because it's like, I saw things early on of it's like, oh, I'm going to sell an NFT, you can have, like, my right titty, you know?
Mhm.
Like this YouTube streamer dude or fucking Twitch streamer guy, like, auctioned off his right and left titty, and it's just like, what is it? Like, okay, cool, you own this NFT that is my boob,
I don't know what you
Basically,
do,
like-
though.
like a picture of it.
and it's just like, and yeah, it's all you get. It's like, here's this picture of it, you own it, like, you know. But it's like, this guy could work out and lose all this weight, and then it's like, what? Titty disappears. And then, like, what do you own?
I hate when titty disappears.
Well, it's cool because you don't get the physical titty. It doesn't matter what happens to the titty
I mean,
after you
that's
own the
true.
NFT.
You own the idea of that titty.
you own the idea of overweight titty.
I mean, you know, I own my own man titties, and those aren't appreciating in value.
Have you ever tried to sell them as an NFT?
I mean, maybe I should. I mean, we have such a huge following. Maybe our followers would want to spend a couple grand on my titty.
For sure.
You never know.
I can see it.
I have unique nipples. They're all pierced and fucked up now from being pierced.
Fun times.
Right. I mean, they're not pierced anymore. I took them out. They're all fucked up from being pierced. What did I say?
About that.
Yeah, I don't have mine pierced anymore.
Hey, if you're watching this right
never
now,
had it pierced.
it's not worth it. Like, it might look cute for a minute. You might like it for a second. But it's not worth it, really, in the long run.
But how long of a run is it worth it?
I mean, I had mine for maybe 3 years, if that.
Yeah, I think I had mine in consistently a year and a half.
Yeah.
Before that, I was just like...
Right.
Especially because I don't spend a lot of time, like, shirtless or...
Right.
Like, so essentially, they're just for me.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't have them pierced when I was at my my peak physical form, you know.
Right.
It's just like, you know, I'm just another chunky dude with my nipple pierced.
Right.
I did see a dude playing basketball, and it was like... I was probably 14, 15.
Yeah.
And he was a grown man, probably like 35.
Yeah.
And he had his belly button pierced with a little dangly, like, thing on it.
Yeah.
I always thought that was weird.
What, for a male to do it?
No, just because he was
wear
like...
that jewelry.
Just because he was a middle-aged man, like...
Yeah.
And playing
going
basketball.
hard, like, defense basketball. Like, it just, like, it threw me off. Like, you know, whatever you want to do, you know, feel free. Whatever makes you happy. It was just, it threw me off.
Yeah.
Maybe that
like
was part of his head game for the game.
Right.
Right. He's just like, man, and that keeps hitting the light and blinding me from these sparkly
he would
belly
just come
button
out
rings.
and, like, swat the ball and get real big.
Hard defense, you feel the dangly
little,
thing
like,
hit your belly.
His little moons dangling off the sun.
Right. I mean, I guess, to each their own. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say that I've never
unless it's an
contemplated
eyebrow
getting
piercing.
right. Unless it's an eyebrow piercing. No, thank you. I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's a time that I've contemplated getting my belly button pierced. You know, not as, like, any kind of statement or anything. More of a goof, like, you know, oh, I have it done, like, the novelty of it. Like, that would be the only reason I'd get an eyebrow ring, would be for the novelty.
I wouldn't even.
Yeah.
Would never even.
Like,
ugh.
like, the other day I was thinking about, like, what would be the situation where I would do it? And I feel like this is throwing a lot of shade to people that get their eyebrows pierced, but, like, if I were to get my eyebrow pierced, I would want to get an eyebrow piercing on the inside. You know? Like, not on the outside.
Like, right in your,
like, here.
right in your view.
Right. Like, and I'd have to get it on both sides because, like, that's the kind of piercing you'd have to have it even, you know?
Right.
You'd have to have something to balance
If you
it
put
out.
a gun to my head and told me get your eyebrow pierced or I'm going to kill you, it's my time to go.
I mean, there's a few piercings like that I feel that way about. Like, no eyebrows, no labres, you know?
Yeah, I did the labre
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
Right.
Like, hell yeah, I'm super cool.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
But
back whenever we were hitting the age of getting, like, piercings and stuff like that, the labre piercing, I feel like sort of as well as the eyebrow piercing were, like,
The hot
those
thing.
are fucking cool. You're
Right.
a cool person. And, like, whenever I was under 18 and I was wanting to get, like, my lip piercing stuff, you know, pop punk style shit,
yeah.
like, my mom was like, the only piercing we'd allow you to get is your eyebrow. And I'm like, fuck no.
I'm kind of surprised they went for eyebrow.
Right. I'm like, that would be the one, the worst fucking piercing to get.
I was 13 when I got my labre done.
Yeah.
So, like, I felt really cool.
Right.
Because I'm way underage. Like,
Oh, yeah.
rolling around with my fucking
Right.
silver dot that was just, like, beating the death out of my teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Because it just rubs the inside of your, or
Right.
the outside of your teeth. It's fucking horrible.
Yeah.
And then I got my snake bites.
Right.
when that phase was going on.
Naturally.
We had to do that.
Yeah, like I contemplated like getting the other side done. I just got the one side. And like
so you only felt half as cool as me.
Yeah, I mean, like
that's all right. I only had my ears pierced, so I feel like out of the loop on this one.
I mean,
I've never been interested in getting all the piercings.
Straight edge.
I mean, to each their own. I feel like now, like I've been watching a lot of piercing, like reaction videos and stuff like that, and they talk about all the do's and don'ts and extremes of piercings, and it's just like, man, some people are crazy, and then you think, man, you know what? I probably would do that. You know what? I think I'm going to do that.
I'm trying to get the junk pierced.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't worked up the nerve to do it.
See, like that's something like depends on the piercing, but most piercings down there you end up with multiple holes and sitting down to pee for the rest of your life.
Yeah, no.
And it's like,
I mean, it's comfy and all.
I was gonna say, didn't you say you do that out of comfortability, anyways?
I mean,
who doesn't?
Right. Like, but the thing is, that makes it necessary to do that. Like, I can't be like, fuck, I gotta piss. I can pull over on the side of the road and go piss in the woods or something like that.
Why not?
It's just like...
Yeah, but what would be the problem with that?
I mean, I guess, if you have two
if it's in the
holes,
woods,
it's in the woods, spray wherever you want to
do whatever you want at that point.
Yeah, but...
Shit, in my own bathroom, I'll do whatever I want in my bathroom.
Yeah. I mean, it's whatever.
Get two toilets like a normal person.
I just think the idea of having two pee holes and having to be concerned with that, for a piercing that, is only seen and utilized every once in a while, like
if I had it.
But I guess nipple piercing's kind of the same way.
Right. But at that point, so if you get one of those, it's a shower item. Like if you want to see it, you got somebody else to see it, you got to show them.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's what makes it worth it.
And then you get to find out who really wants to see your dick.
Right.
I mean, I'm not the type that feels the desire to have that. That card up my sleeve, like, hey, I got a fucking...
No, but, when you tell, especially, I mean, obviously, females mostly, but, when you tell somebody, oh, I have my nipples pierced, oh, let me see.
Right.
So if you fire out the, hey, I have my dick pierced,
right,
somebody's going to want to see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody's, some people are just going to go, cool, and just move on.
Right.
And then some people are going to go, really? Let me see it.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can only get that piercing
if you're willing,
able to do that.
Right. Like I'm definitely not willing to
either that or just don't tell anybody. You can't tell anybody if you're not willing to show them if they ask.
Right.
You can, so if you don't want to show anybody, just don't tell anybody you have it.
Right.
It's the only way it works.
Yeah.
So if you get one and you tell somebody and they say let me see it and you don't show them, it's revoked. You got to pull it back out.
Oh yeah. Right. It's like nope. It's like, damn it, I stretched it out to 6 gauge fucking ring in my dick
Dude,
hole.
the craziest thing is the splits. Have you seen the splits? That shit fucking freaks me out.
Oh, yeah.
But I heard it's, stimulating a lot for males.
Yeah.
And for the female counterpart.
Right, but it's just
but is it worth it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, just the idea of it, it throws me off so much.
You want an exploded hot dog?
Yeah,
down there? No,
it's crazy to me, but it's a thing. It's a huge thing. But I also wanted to do the, the under the skin fucking
the implants.
Yeah, the implants, dude. I've seen some of those, and I'm like, dude, that'd be pretty sick.
Oh, right.
And then that makes
you'd be oh, it's ribbed for her pleasure.
Yeah, that makes you a lot different too.
Yeah. I mean,
check this out though.
I don't know, implants or something that's too extreme. I'm totally down for I want to get a conch punch through my ear, And I'm like, I'm totally down for punching a big hole through my cartilage. But when it comes to like, let me mutilate some
Embedding
shit.
something into your skin.
Right, like,
Or-
ugh,
Yeah,
I don't know.
but the implant can just come out.
Yeah.
You
Right.
gonna put that piece back in your ear?
I mean, I'm not concerned. Like,
if it's really windy, it might whistle.
yeah, but like implants migrate and shit like that, and it's just like
Yeah.
in certain
But that's fine.
situations, like it doesn't turn out the way that you want it to be, or it'll flip or do something weird.
It is what it is.
If you take a big hole out of my ear, it's not gonna move from where that is. It's just gonna be that hole.
Yeah,
in
but
my
then-
ear.
I would freak out if it did. It's like
right,
migrating.
It's like,
Yeah,
migrating this
But
hole
then what if
everywhere.
you're like listening to something and the sound doesn't go in your ear hole and it accidentally goes out the other hole and then you can't hear it?
right.
I don't think it works that way.
You don't know how it
I
works.
mean,
You're
They're-
right.
they're-
I'm no doctor.
that is kind of how it works, though. Like your ear does,
funnel
the
sound
sound into your ears, and
Well-
if there is a hole there, it does kind of just go through.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like a deafening, like
Could you imagine
no
you hear
noise at all.
nothing? It's just
right?
nothing
Yeah, but
happens.
it's not like
That would be fantastic though.
right.
You
Then
you have
got
to
them
like,
on both ears. You got to put a plug in.
somebody's
there
talking to
hear.
you. Well, they're just talking and you just see mouth movement. You put your whole
right. You gotta
it's just
put
like
a finger
turning on
there.
the radio. You're like, oh,
Like
hey,
what
what's up?
now?
Hey, say that again. I didn't have my hole plugged.
I mean, things like that. I feel like I'm totally down with
Yeah.
that. I mean, there's other modifications. You're like, wow, that's like, are you really doing this? Like,
Dude, I think the skull drilled fucking horns are probably the coolest I've ever seen.
yeah,
Where they get the implants into their skull with the receiver for like the and like have you seen that guy?
oh
He's
yeah,
got the mohawk and he's got little spikes and big spikes or whatever. He just screws them into his head. Sickest shit ever. I love it.
yeah, but it's
But
like,
I don't have the balls to do that kind of
like
shit.
those are things like those are dangerous things.
Right.
Like so, like even if you trip and fall and something happens, like that could hit something and like
You're
really
done.
fuck you up.
Right.
Yeah, but is that really a reason to not do it?
Yes, that is.
Because like,
I'm a very clumsy person and
like
pretty well established on this show. I like to drink.
Right. Like I
I
don't
haven't
know.
fallen
yeah, but
a
then
lot.
so if you're gonna drink excessively, put the soft spikes in.
Right. I mean,
It
I guess,
doesn't
you know,
change
you
the
could take it
impact
out.
of like my head to the floor.
Right. It's like you're at a fucking metal show. You're definitely putting the spikes out, and you're definitely gonna have a drink or two.
Yeah,
You're
and then
fucked.
yeah,
The
but
mosh
imagine
pit unexpectedly comes your way, and you're like, "Oh no, how do I get out of here? I got these spikes on me."
no, they're gonna immediately go the other way when they get poked by your spikes.
Right, you just start ramming
Yeah.
everybody.
Like a fucking rhino.
You gotta look at the
And then you got
positives.
murder charges.
Is it murder charges? Would it be?
I mean,
If they
you-
ran into your spikes,
they knew what they were doing. They were in my vicinity of the spike mohawk
You
guy.
get charged with assisted suicide then.
Right. Oh man.
yeah, but that's becoming illegal in some places.
Oh right, it's already legal in a few states.
Yeah. Is it illegal just for the terminally ill, or is it legal for
Oh,
just
it's
like if somebody wanted to
like,
just
I'm
stroll
just
in?
done,
like,
dude.
that's it.
I mean, I feel like it has to be like under medical circumstances that it
Yeah, because I don't think you could just like slide in and be like, "Yo, I'm ready to check out."
It's like
Like-
either you guys help me out or
That would be every like murderer's defense. They asked me to do it.
Right.
It's assisted suicide.
they signed this note.
They said, "Please stab me 38 times."
So I'm like, all right, man. About 20 in, I was like, man, I feel real bad. I gotta finish this out.
But then
Yeah.
you. And they're like, "Oh well, he got stabbed like 48 times." I got really into the rhythm. It just
Right.
kept going.
And there was like a fucking
And then it's
LMFAO was playing in the background. I was really fucking grooving.
But then it becomes murder after that.
Yeah.
Too many
I mean,
times.
it's like if you do it with a smile on your face, you're probably a murderer.
Right.
It's like, I'm a doctor. They asked me to do this. Like, how morbid do you have to be to sign up to be that person that, like, gives them the lethal dose of whatever they give them?
At that point, like, you know, being that, it's probably mostly people who aren't going to make it very much longer anyways.
Like, depends on how much pain they're
So it's probably easier. It's not like...
Yeah, but
I'm
you're still
assuming
the
they're
person that's assisting in them dying faster.
Just hand them the syringe and walk out the room.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, like, when they're on hospice and stuff like that, like, cancer and shit, the doctor who's, like, talking to the family are like, let them have as much morphine as they want to feel better.
Right.
Yeah.
They know what's going to happen. You know,
Right.
You can easily whoops and but they know it's gonna be like sleep dead,
right?
You know. Now, if it was some kind of crazy shit where it was like eyeballs bulging out and they're like seizure, and they're like,
right?
Oh, this sucks, you know. But it's just kind of like, yeah, they're gonna fall asleep and they're not gonna wake up again.
Yeah.
Right.
Have a good
you don't
day.
want the doctor that's like, we're gonna OD him on epinephrine, like give him a lot of adrenaline, so he's really awake while he dies.
Right. Yeah.
Where did this come from? Why are we so far in? Not the candy.
I know how that candy got here.
Not the candy. I mean, we were talking about NFTs. We're talking about NFTs, and now we're talking about assisted suicide.
I mean, you know,
anything can happen on this Saturday on Sunday podcast.
It's like we were talking about extreme body modifications.
Yeah.
Like, I watched a video about this woman that has her belly button stretched out to like 1.5 inches. Sick shit.
Wait, what?
It seems uncomfortable.
Right.
Like the piercing?
Yeah.
Giant.
And she had like a big, giant taper in it. And it's like it's poking her whenever she's bending over. It's just like, that's crazy. But when she takes it out, it looks like a crusty, nasty lip. Like, you ever see the, like, tribe people take out, like, their lip plates? It looked like that on her belly button.
I wonder where that came from. Like, it's also weird when people do the giant cheek gauges and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that just has to be uncomfortable with, like, eating or...
I'm going to say, they can never eat soup.
Right. It's like you gotta put in plugs to plug everything up.
Can they, like, chug
people
something?
That get lip plates. What's
Like,
that?
can they chug a drink?
I don't know. I don't know
It's
how that would work.
Like,
it would, like, be leaking
ever,
out the seams.
Like, you ever ask somebody for a drink? Like, oh, I won't put my lips on it. They have to drink it like that. Like, just pour it straight down the back of their throat.
Don't put your lips on it. He's like, okay, and sticks it through his cheek and starts drinking it. You're like, fair enough.
Right.
Well, that's yours now.
The easiest way, you just pour it through one of your cheeks.
No, he just puts the whole bottle in there. You're just like, well, that's not his lip, so I guess loophole there, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I think it's like it's cool that people do that. I just like don't understand how it works. Like, how I wanna ask somebody who has that. Like,
yeah.
I mean, and I probably find that on the internet because I guarantee it's the same as when somebody sees you with a tattoo and they're like, "Does that hurt?" Or your ear gauges, "Does that hurt?"
Right.
You know, I guarantee they get that question all the time. How do you drink stuff? Probably like, fuck off.
Right.
That's how I do it.
I get custom made straws that fit the gauge. I plug up one side and suck.
When you ask them how they do it, they go, "What I do is I mind my own fucking business, and then it's easy peasy."
Oh yeah.
And then you go, "Damn."
You're like, but seriously though,
how do you do it?
I don't know.
I guess if you were asking for that information based on the idea that you wanted to do it yourself, maybe they'd be more inclined to like talk to you about it.
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, I also want to do that. I just want to know what I'm getting myself into, and then they'd probably sit there and talk to you all day about it.
Right.
Well, here are the benefits, and here's what sucks about it.
See, I feel like those are the kind of things you think about. Like, that's a cool idea, you know, and it would be great to have that for like an afternoon, you know. Like, it'd be cool to have that as like a thing for a temporary. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, the stretched out labret or stretched out like lip piercing.
Yeah,
like,
I'd like to
that's
try
cool.
that for a short.
I'd like to
period of
try
time.
that for a short period of time.
Yeah,
And be able to just go back and
Be
not
like a
have
whole
that.
like video game character customization thing.
Right, I just
Like,
want to
oh,
blink that on for a minute.
Right.
and then go. No, I don't like that.
No, that wasn't
Switch it
good.
up.
I mean,
Yeah, because what if you punch a hole in your fucking ear and then you don't like that? Like I'm saying, what do you do?
I already got a big ass hole in my ear now that I can't go back.
Yeah, but what
on.
if you were only, like, I only wanted one big hole and now I ruined it?
I mean,
I was gonna say you can go back. They can stitch your earlobe back together.
Yeah, for sure. That flappy stuff goes right
Yeah.
back.
right, but you start removing big chunks of cartilage. I
Yeah.
get it.
You can't get
But,
that back.
you know,
No, I'm not telling you not to do it because I
Right.
think it'd be cool to see with that done.
yeah.
You know, and maybe like it'll change my mind and I'll go, oh, I got a hole punch at home. And just
Right, just fucking fuck it up.
I do. I wonder, is that how that works?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Can
I
we
mean,
try it?
I've definitely like this isn't just something like, oh, I want to get this done. Like this is something that I've definitely looked into, and
So
it's not.
I know that there's the version because they have like the blade thing.
Yeah, they got
like-
the like
Yeah, like
the dermal punch
yeah.
stuff.
But do we know confirmed that a regular hole punch doesn't work?
Depends on how sharp it is.
Yeah, does it have a round blade on that? That like like a syringe blade.
What if you got it really hot?
I mean, you can try that out, like, but I feel like
See,
you're just gonna end up like what it's gonna do is gonna forcefully push that out of your ear, and yeah, you'll have a big ass hole in your ear, but the cartilage will be blown out the back of your ear, and it's not gonna heal, and it's gonna be this big, huge growth that starts growing on the back of your ear. That's probably
But with a
gonna
hole
need
in
to
it,
be-
right?
With a hole
Duh.
for a little bit, it'll have a hole, but it'll
It'll
for
close
sure grow big enough to close up that hole.
up.
fun times.
Brutal stuff.
Yeah, but then if the skin's open and I don't like it, I could just pull the rest of the cartilage out of it.
Yeah, just take a fucking steak knife and just saw that shit up.
Don't try anything we talk about at home.
No, it's like the procedures are like I want to get probably like a 6 millimeter hole put in my ear, and the way that they recommend it is to do it with a scalpel and have it cut out. Like they have dermal punches that can do it, and you can have it done that way, but most people recommend.
Where do you
getting it cut
go?
out.
Like, is there a place that does that shit around here?
No.
I didn't
No.
think so.
Around here, it's like there's one guy and he travels around, and everybody knows this guy. Like if you start talking to piercers or professional piercers or people at tattoo shops and
But
stuff,
he's not
they'll
around.
know that there's this guy that does it, but he's not just around.
Yeah.
Right. You gotta
So
track them down.
You
yeah, because
like-
even with dermals, like a bunch of people came out doing dermals, and a lot of people were really shitty. So like, it was a really like
Oh,
the
yeah.
market got really small for a while because a bunch of people tried to do it
Oh yeah.
when they were just fucking people up, and now there's like a few people who do it good.
Right.
Dermals, I wanted one for a while. I
Yeah.
never ended up getting one.
Like I, whenever I was first going through like a tattoo apprenticeship, I was working at a shop that we had like an on-site piercer guy, and he would just give himself dermals all day, like because it was the new thing to do. He's like, "Oh, I'll just pop one in my hand. I'll put 3 in a line down my face, and I don't have to measure all this out. I'll just put them in there. It'll be fine."
Easy peasy.
It's like, oh wait, these are really off. It looks like a constellation, not 3 dots in a row. I'm gonna pop those out. Maybe I'll try it on this side. Oh, that one didn't work either. Pop those out.
Do they just yeah? How do they? I've never actually seen one in person. Do they just
Like-
come out?
What it is like like a labret flat back thing.
Right, and I know it's
But
a
it's not-
flatter, bigger
Right.
surface.
It's like a flat surface with like holes in it.
But like, if you don't want it, do you have to get it removed
You
by
gotta get
somebody,
it,
or can
yeah.
you like take it out?
I mean, I feel like with a little bit of force, you could probably pull it out. But
No,
But it might
thank
not
you.
be recommended.
right,
Yeah,
Right.
you might have a little bit of a tear.
yeah, like
Just a little bit.
I feel like most of the time when people get those removed, like they just go in there with a fucking piercing needle and just like
kind of loosen
cut
it up.
away those little places where it healed the bar into place.
Ew.
Right.
But a lot of the time, those piercings reject anyway because
Yeah.
they get snagged on everything.
Not only that, but it's the humidity out here.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
places with high humidity, like any kind of like surface piercing or shit
Yeah.
like that, just rejects
Right.
on its own.
Like, I don't feel like I would want to get any kind of surface
You remember when
piercing.
surface piercings like behind the neck and shit like that were
Oh,
like
yeah.
the biggest thing ever?
It's like, let me get them on my wrist and
Yeah.
shit. Like,
We used
no
to
way.
sit there. We'd go to the local like tattoo shop place and we'd get fucking piercing needles and fucking give ourselves surface piercings like on our fucking arms and
Oh, yeah.
fucking I gave myself a surface piercing like above my bridge.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty cool
Oh, yeah.
for about 2 seconds. I took it all out right after I did it. Stupid.
Yeah. See,
That's what kids do.
I don't know. I've had a few piercings. I want to get more now. I want to get a high nostril piercing above the nostril piercing I have now.
That's cool.
So it'd be like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just like an upper.
Right.
Like
Because I was thinking about getting one next to it, and it's like so many people get the one next to it, but not very many people get the high nostril piercing, and I think I could be that guy. If I'm going to get a big hole punched in my ear, I could be a high nostril piercing guy.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah. Might as well.
You do. Yeah. I've never been into piercings.
Yeah.
I'm more on the route. Go get a tattoo.
Hell yeah. You should get your bridge pierced.
No.
Be super dope.
Nah.
And then get your septum pierced and then tie the two together.
Right. Have you seen these
No.
rhino piercings?
Mm-mm.
People getting like the tips of their nose pierced. And it's just
Oh.
like, that just looks stupid.
What? So it's like an angel kiss, but on your nose.
Right. Just like get the tip of my nose pierced.
Do you want to try it?
No.
Oh.
I do want to get a Medusa fulcrum or whatever it's called
No, you-
piercing.
You're just gonna shave that little area.
Yeah, it'd have the anti-Hitler mustache.
Right.
Or would you just let it like peek through?
I want to let it peek through. Like I'll get like a little gem there.
So every once in a while,
Something real
somebody will be
cute.
like,
The
"There's
sun
some-
catches
there's
just
something
right.
in your mustache."
You're
It's
like,
like-
I know.
Oh, I know. I don't know.
Did you see the
more
one that's like
pier-
up underneath the lip but hangs in front of the teeth?
Oh yeah, like the smiley
Yeah,
piercing.
that thing, that's weird.
Like any
I
kind
feel like
of
that would be
webbing
uncomfortable.
piercings
Yeah.
are fucking ridiculous. Because there's a piercing there, and then people get it on the underside, like the same thing on the bottom.
Yeah, but you would never see that one, would you?
I mean,
Depends on how big you smile.
right.
Yeah, I don't know
don't
how
know.
that works.
Or people get the webbing under their tongue
Oh,
pierced.
that's
It's like, how
It's-
is that comfortable?
it can't be.
Or,
Like, you constantly feel like something's stuck there.
Although I was gonna pierce the webs of my hands.
yeah.
Oh,
Like-
when I was like 16.
Yeah.
Like we went for it. We pulled it out and we were about to go for it. Like I was about to shove 2 piercings in there and have 2 hoops on the inside of the webs of my hand.
Yeah.
Somebody talked me out of it.
Yeah, it's not a good idea.
We were right there. We were right there.
Like, I
about
mean-
to go down.
That's one of those piercings, it's just like, no, that's going to get caught on everything.
Right.
Like-
it's going to harm.
That's like getting
cause
your wrist
more
surface
harm than
piercing.
good.
But like at that point, like
Yeah.
it was just one of those like nobody has it.
right.
So like that'd be cool. And they're like, what if you hit something important and then like half your hand doesn't work anymore?
Yeah.
And I was like, the piercing will still be cool though.
Yeah. Like, I would totally get the crucifixion piercing
Oh.
through my hands if I knew that it wasn't going to fuck everything
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, that like it would be cool, but it's like
It's just like,
slim. Like
all right,
you
there's
have
a
a
lot of
very
important
small margin for error there.
right, and it's like, you know, you touch so much stuff, like the possibility of infections is really, really high.
Right.
Yeah, and not your hands just get beat up. Like
Right.
you can't even see the tattoo on the palm of my hand anymore.
Oh yeah, that's another thing I want to get is palm tattoos.
You can get whatever you want; it'll come off eventually.
Right. I mean, sometimes they last for a long time.
It depends on what you do.
Right.
Like I do a lot of shit. Like I have calluses everywhere. Like I just beat my hands every day on things.
Yeah.
So it doesn't last for me.
Yeah, I mean.
But if you lotion your hands every day, keep them in the air.
Yeah, I mean, I just walk around because I don't know.
Well, not that way because
I feel like
the sun will ruin it.
Top emoji. Oh, no. Then it's like, doot, doot, doot.
What would you get if you got your palms tattooed?
A severed samurai head. Like I don't know what it's called. They have a word for it, but it's just like a bound up, like roped up, like samurai head.
My brother got a grenade tattooed on his hand.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a hand grenade.
That's clever.
Yeah. That's stupid. No,
I mean,
that's cool.
I think I like punny tattoos. I would totally get a camel toe tattoo.
I have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one.
I mean,
I have a camel toe.
Like, I was talking to Alex's new apprentice about getting a no regrets tattoo.
No regrets.
I'm totally gonna get that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's certain things like.
What if he fucks up and spells it right?
Right. Then they'd be like, well, I guess no regrets.
Could you imagine being pissed at your tattoo artist for spelling something right?
That'd be too funny.
That would be good.
But I mean, I feel like no regrets in the tattoo community is such a like a meme thing now.
Yeah.
Right.
And like I have tons of like goof tattoos. So just like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I got a fucking.
That's the best thing to
cone.
do. Literally the best.
Right.
Is on a whim get a tattoo that like you actually don't give a shit about. You're like,
right.
Funny.
That's like 90% of my tattoos.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
But didn't he do like 90% of your tattoos?
Yeah. He did. Yeah. And
Right.
he's just like, hey, I have this design. I'm like, cool. Let's
Slap.
do it.
Done.
right. I mean,
I think
feel
I
like,
only picked like 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just do it. Sometimes I'll go to a tattoo shop and I'll ask the tattoo artist what they want to tattoo.
Right.
And they're like, what do you mean? What do you want? And I'm like, I don't know.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not being difficult. I'm just saying that if you have any tattoos that
Right.
have been sitting in your book, because all artists do.
Yeah. I
Like,
mean,
dude,
I feel
I've really wanted to do this design, but nobody wants it.
Yeah.
Or you drew something, thought this would make a cool tattoo. That's what I'm going there for.
Right.
Like, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I mean,
is
you're
what
going
I
to do
want.
the best at what you do.
But I
Right.
think they're just so used to people going, I don't know what I want, and then being really picky. And I'm like, literally, you could
Right.
do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's such a large group of people that have that mentality now. Like most good, credible custom shops have those boxes of like flash designs. Like you can roll the dice and just get,
Yeah, that's cool.
number 64. This is, now you get this skull
just
with
like-
a top hat.
But just like, not even that, just straight up going in
Right.
and specifically whatever you want to tattoo.
Oh, yeah.
With no question. When it's done, I will not go, oh no, this isn't what I wanted.
Right.
Like anything. And that's the cool thing. And when they finally agree to that, they're like, anything? Whatever you want to do.
Right.
Like, don't try to look at my style and think of something that I would like. Whatever you specifically want to do
Right.
is what I want.
Yeah,
And
I
that's
mean,
cool.
when you find an artist that you like their style and you see what they're, you could definitely tell what artists, are pumped about doing when they finish doing a design and post it. Because they, they'll tell you. They're like, oh, yeah, more like this. Because they want to do that.
Yeah.
So if you go to an artist and say, hey, do what you want to do, it's just like...
They're going to give you...
You know what you're going...
And the
what
thing
you're
is,
in for.
even if you don't know that artist when you say that, like, they're going to put it in because now they get to really shine with what they like to do.
Right, because they're going to, portfolio piece that because,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
what
so
they wanna do.
you can end up being like, yo, I have $150. I just want whatever you want to do for that. And a lot of them will, like, exceed that because they're like, yo,
Right.
This guy's letting me do whatever I want to, and I've been doing fucking this traditional shit that I don't want to do.
Right.
All day, every day, same cookie cutter goddamn tattoos. And now this dude's like, whatever. And I've done that before, like walked out of a tattoo shop with a piece that's way bigger than it should have been for the price that I paid.
Right.
Just because of how, like, I'm like, your ball game, dog.
Oh, right.
Like, that's it. And they're like, for real? And I'm like, swear to God, whatever you want to do. Like, I got this cool fucking, this shit that this dude drew. I got that for $20.
Oh, well, shit.
Like, because I was like, whatever you want to do, dude.
Oh,
And
right.
he was like, I got this script inside a skull I really want to do. Did you see it?
Nice.
Yeah, he was like, I got this script inside a skull I want to do. I'm like, do it.
Right.
And I thought he was going to come out and like, there you go. And then he was like, put it on there, and I was like, yo, I just have this $20 that you like, because it was a special. It wasn't like I went in expecting a tattoo for $20.
Right.
It was like $20 like flash tattoo.
Oh, okay.
And everybody was picking these little flash things out, and because it was easier to just go to the wall and pick a little $20 one. And I was like, whatever you want to do. Like,
Right.
I thought he would just pick a random one. I was like, I
Yeah.
don't care. And he put this big-ass fucking tattoo on me.
Right.
I was like, bro, all I got is that $20. He was like, no, cool. It's cool, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's cool.
Right.
I was like, fuck yeah.
It's cool. I hit a couple dicks in this tattoo.
There's 7 dicks.
And that's why I don't have any back tattoos. No hidden dicks on my tattoos.
I have one.
What, hidden dick on your tattoo?
One. I probably, but I have one back tattoo, so.
Me too.
It says Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'm the middle brother.
Oh.
But
I
I'm
mean-
also the big brother because I'm size-wise. I'm big.
Oh, right. I mean, you know, even if you're the middle brother, you're the big brother to somebody. Because I'm Jacob's big brother. By size and age.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm down to 184 pounds.
Gross.
God damn.
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I don't know what I weigh, but I am the thinnest I've been in a long time.
I'm still a fat fuck.
Like,
What do you do?
I'm not used to having like definition like in my arm or shoulder, but there's something, you know, you
Hell
catch
yeah.
yourself in the
Mirror.
mirror, you're like,
You see,
that ain't
God.
me.
you see, he picked out the shirt with the smallest sleeves that he could find.
Like, oh.
Look how fucking strong I am.
It ain't my fault. I got sent these shirts by a dear friend.
He's doing this.
By a dear friend? Man.
That's
You
cool.
got deer friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He started watching.
Robot legs and friends with a deer.
He started watching Sweet Tooth, and now he's
Hey.
friends with deers.
It's a great show.
It is a great show.
I haven't finished it yet.
I haven't
but
even started that show.
Oh, where
You
you
should.
at?
It's good.
I've been watching Doom Patrol, which is also good. It's a good show.
I just started that. I watched
have
the
not
first
started
episode.
that.
There's some kind of deer, bear, fucking...
Man, bear, pig.
Deer, bear, pig, man, something. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of it yet.
It's good stuff.
Have you watched any of the Titans?
No, but I'm meaning to start that one.
Remember the Titans?
I've seen that movie 1,000,003 times.
That was the go-to, like...
movie day movie at school.
Right.
You're like, we just watched that last time.
It's like,
Like,
every Friday. we're
Every
Shut up and
substitute
watch it
teacher.
again.
Oh, man. I remember I had a teacher that we watched fucking CSI Miami instead of doing classwork.
When I was in school, they did a movie day, and they got the DVD player instead of the VHS player, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it was a pretty solid update. And we swapped out the DVD for fucking SLC Punk,
Nice.
and it started to play, and it was probably about 5 minutes into it that the teacher realized that it was not the movie that she put on. And nobody ratted us out, which was pretty cool, so we never got suspended. We were like, I don't know, a teacher must have been watching it on their own time.
Right.
But then they took the DVD, and we never got it back. It's not like we could ask for it back.
Right.
They definitely know who did it. We started talking about drugs and shit, and they were like, wait a second. And then they booed because I think then we watched fucking like Dances with Wolves or some shit.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember, but it was some Field of Dreams.
I was gonna say Dances with Wolves. That's really long for us, like movie day at school.
Man, those motherfuckers would throw on Titanic and only let us watch a quarter of it. They
Right.
could.
Like,
They didn't
okay.
care. All right, see you guys. We're like, what the fuck?
I want to know what happens.
Right. Does Jack
The best
get
was-
away?
When the movie day, when it was also popcorn delivery day.
Popcorn delivery day.
Yeah, when they did the little bags of like $1 popcorn.
Oh, I remember that.
That fucking stupid shit. It was $1 and you got a little bag, but you were allowed to eat in class as long as it was the popcorn that you ordered. So I'd always order like 40 of those motherfuckers. So I can eat all day in class.
I don't know. I've never had no popcorn delivery day.
You've never... They didn't make fresh popcorn in the auditorium and then fucking deliver it to you if you paid $1 a bag beforehand?
No, I don't think that. I
What
don't
a-
know.
What an idiot.
I guess, you know.
You need to pay attention to your surroundings.
What? That shit didn't happen. Oh, man.
It definitely happened.
Do you guys have Stabby Tuesdays, too?
At
Stabby
Garfield?
Tuesday?
Yes.
Yes,
cool.
we did.
Cool. At least, you know, some stuff.
It was a variety of
Like
stabby objects.
We didn't have any kind of fucking pop. Do you guys remember any kind of popcorn delivery day bullshit?
If they went to school with either Jake or I, then yes, they remember that. If they went to school with you, I guess you guys didn't have popcorn and that fucking sucks.
At what school did this happen?
Firestone Park and Roswell Kent Elementary.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I
Or
didn't go there.
Roswell Kent Middle School. I said elementary.
I was gonna say I know Roswell Kent did it.
No,
I
I
didn't
went
go
to fucking Goodrich, which is now like boarded up like a crack house.
Oh, yeah, so you didn't get no popcorn.
No.
Firestone Park, popcorn.
Right. No, I went to Glover Elementary School.
I went
and
to
I
Glover.
went to
We
Goodrich
didn't do it.
Middle School.
We didn't do it at Glover, but I think they did it at Boris.
When
I
did you
went-
guys move to... When did you guys move into the house right by fucking Roswell Kent?
Oh shit! I think I was in like 4th grade, whatever
was,
year
like,
that was.
90s.
So is that like what fucked you out of going to Roswell Kent?
Yeah, I went
Yeah.
to Goodrich my 8th grade year, which we did live over in the other area of Firestone Park. But whenever I went to Goodrich for my like 6th and 7th grade and 7th grade,
You
I didn't have a stutter. I went to 7th grade twice.
You went to 7th grade twice?
Yeah.
Me too.
High five.
I failed not because of my academics were not great. I failed because I was suspended so much that they were like, "You can't be in. You can't move on."
Right.
And I'm like,
I failed for the other reason.
I said, "What do you mean?" And they were like, "Yeah, you were out of school more than you were in school. So getting good grades while you were in school doesn't count because
You weren't there long enough.
you've taken like 4
Like-
tests."
They
like-
couldn't give you an appropriate average.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I feel like I had technically passing grades the first time, but they discussed
But you
it
wanted
and
to
they
run
were
it
like,
back one more time.
We're gonna do a redo, see if you can get a higher score.
Like, I just want to know your thought process, like when you did it again, where you're like, "Got this."
Yeah, were you pumped that you were going to do it again?
No,
No, because you watch all your friends
We
go
were
up.
like, bye.
Hey, no, and the thing is they're like, it doesn't matter. You're still in the same school, and that's the truth.
right.
You still hang out. You still meet up. You're still in the hallways. You're still doing that. And then once you're in 8th grade and they go to 9th, they never talk to you again.
Right. Yeah, it's like
That's
there's
it.
definitely
They're like, we're high school students, you fucking loser.
right. It's like I lost a whole group of friends, but I gained a whole new group.
Me
of
too.
fucking
Like
loser
a year
people.
younger than me and
Right.
shit. Like that's how
Yeah.
that's how Jake and I met because I fucking failed school.
But that's cool because then I could be the senior in high school that's showing up with tattoos and piercings and shit.
I didn't make it long enough to do that.
I think I got my first tattoo while I was still in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just me too. I got my first at 13, but I didn't make it long enough to be the cool kid in high school.
Yeah.
I
mean, I was never the cool kid in high school, that's for sure.
No, I wouldn't have been either, but like I'm saying, I would have been fucking, 29 trying to graduate high school. Like,
Oh, right.
I did actually go back to try to get my actual high school diploma
Yeah.
when I was like 26,
Yeah.
and I was like, no, I can't do this still.
Right.
I can't sit long enough in school and like pay attention to something that long
Right.
that like I feel is completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
Right. You got to be interested in what you're being
I'm like,
taught.
dude, just
Right.
fucking give me a fucking high school diploma because I'm not a fucking idiot, and then we'll just run on
yeah.
with that. You know, it just, I can't sit there and listen to the stupid shit.
Right.
I'm like, I don't care. Like, I'm a fully functioning adult, and I feel like that's how easy it should be to get your, like, diploma. Like, go in and go, I got a full-time job, stayed pretty straight and narrow,
Yeah.
swerved a little bit, but I'm doing pretty well. My finances are good. Here's what I've purchased. Here's where I'm at. I live in a home, and they're like, "Oh, cool. Here's a high school diploma." Like,
Good job.
Like, well, now do this math equation and tell us which year, the Civil War happened. And
you're like, no.
yeah,
No.
when did Napoleon? And you're like, but how's it gonna help me now?
Right.
Like, you see that I'm a fully functioning adult without all, like, I have the knowledge that I need.
Right.
And, like, I have, all that shit. Like, I understand that. I get it. I was excelled in, like, social studies and in English and all that stuff. I was in advanced classes in those, so I understand that. Thank you.
Right.
But, like, I don't need to answer your questions now. Just, like, let me have one out of,
Right.
like, just being cool with me. Like,
Yeah.
let's knuckle bump, and then you just sign this paper, and then, like,
I mean,
we go about our business. Whatever. So if anybody there if anybody watching ever has the power to just, like, give somebody a fucking GED and or
Right.
high school diploma without taking a test, holler at me. We'll knuckle bump. You just sign some papers. We'll just go about it.
Like, my high school diploma is sitting in a fucking placard, like, fucking frame thing
Mm-hmm.
in a fucking Tupperware big, huge tub somewhere in a closet.
Mine
I don't
might
know,
be in
like-
a landfill, honestly.
It's
Yeah,
like,
it's just-
but they put it in that thing like you're gonna hang your high school diploma on the
Like,
wall.
just, like,
Yeah.
brag about every...
Like,
Guess what? I graduated from Garfield.
You know what is what is hanging up on my wall?
I don't
My
know.
certificate of ministry.
No, well, I mean, that's more important.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, I fucking made it.
right. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, having a high school diploma isn't anything anybody should really be, necessarily proud of. Like, I guess,
Yeah,
you can say, "Yeah, I did it,
I did 12 years of school.
right, like,
Solid.
whatever. But it's like people, I guess there are people that hang those things up, and it's like, if that's a big accomplishment for you, cool.
I feel like if
Right.
you weren't valedictorian and like the best of the best
Right.
of the best in your
Yeah.
high school, then everybody else sit the fuck down, put your shit in the shelf like
Right.
normal people, and just go away.
Yeah.
But whatever. If you're proud of it, be proud of it.
Right.
I mean,
'Cause-
maybe I'm being a fucking asshole because I didn't get one.
Right.
Nobody gave me that piece of
Yeah.
paper that said I was smart enough to continue on with my life.
So if you graduated 10 to 15 years ago and still have your tassel from graduation hanging on your rear view mirror, sit down.
I had to take. See, well, here's the thing: is I took I told my wife to take hers off her car.
Yeah.
And shortly after we met, I was like, "Take yours off your car. That's stupid," and blah blah blah. And it's stupid to hang that there. And then I forgot that she had just graduated like 5 months earlier. Like she just got out of high school.
It's like, be a dick.
But like, I had been out of school at that point for so many years that I was like, oh yeah, I forgot. Like people still like were in high school. Like when I met my wife, she was 18 years old.
Yeah.
It's not fucking weird. I was fucking 20 and she was 18. Get the fuck out of my face.
Shit.
She's an adult.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like that was like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like, my dad was 5 years older than my mom,
It's weird because like
who
when you
had
think
David when she was 17.
when you think about it, when you think about it on an adult standpoint, it's not that weird.
Right.
But like if you think about it like on a regular standpoint, like I'm 4 years older than her. That's not a lot at all. That's nothing.
Yeah.
Until I'm 18 and she's 14.
Right.
You know, my grandpa, who I never met, he died before I was born. He died when my dad was 8.
Yeah.
He's just a big old dead dude. You know,
Some big old dead dude.
No, but he was graduating high school when my grandmother was going into kindergarten.
Oh, well.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
That's a big difference, but not when they became older.
Right.
It just didn't seem as, it didn't seem weird at the time. Like,
I mean, I think Jen's dad and stepmom were some like 20-something years apart.
yeah, he was 17 years older than her. You know, so when it got to the point she was 30, he was 47, and it doesn't seem weird, you know?
Right. For sure.
It doesn't, okay, he's a little bit older, but it doesn't seem like, holy shit, he's so much older than her.
Oh, yeah.
Until, I guess right now, like, I'm 30, like, 31, about to be 37, and I'm just like,
right.
I still, in my mind and in my
I'm
heart,
35 going
in my
on
soul,
72.
I still feel so young.
Right.
Like, I still feel like a kid. Like, if you ever had conversations, and it can't be just me, but as a 30-year-old, and in our early 30s and shit, and Steven. But, like...
the old man.
But talking to anybody who's, like, slightly older than us, and whatnot, don't you still feel like a fucking child talking to these people?
I feel like a child
Certain
talking
people.
to...
Yeah, like when you talk to somebody, you just give that, like... They give that, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm fucking 31 years old. But if I talk to somebody who is, 45 to 55, I feel like I'm a fucking child.
I feel like that's like anybody, like, even if they're my age or even younger than me, if they have authority over me, I mentally feel like
it doesn't
a
even
lesser person.
I mean, it doesn't even have to be that. Like, when I do stuff at homeowners' houses, like, they'll talk to me just like, another grown-ass man. But in my head, I never portray this, but in my head, I feel like I'm having a conversation with an adult and I'm a child.
Right.
I'm like, I'm just a little boy having an adult conversation. And I don't know, it's just always like felt like that to people who are that much older than me. Right. And, it's hard to like break that and be like, no, I'm a fucking grown man. What the fuck? Yeah, hell yeah, Bush Light. What's up? Like,
I mean, with me, I feel like it's all about authority. Like, I can talk to somebody that's obviously way older than I am, and we can have a normal conversation. We can have a conversation about
all kinds of things.
Anything, like whatever, just fucking around. But if somebody of authority comes and starts talking to me,
you're like, I'm a child.
I feel like I'm a child. Like, I'm the lesser in this situation. And it's just like...
And you say, yes, Papa, and you run away.
Right. And, like, they'll come at me, and they're going to try to come and have a conversation like a normal person.
And you're like, no, it doesn't work this way.
It's like, no, dude, you're a fucking supervisor. I'm just fucking ground level grunt here. Yes, sir, yes. Like, I mean, but I could talk to, like, a 65-year-old man that's on my level, and we're like, whatever.
And go, fuck you, Steve.
Right.
No.
But I don't know.
Who knows? I don't know.
So, if you guys have been here and watching this, and you guys are wondering what this is in front of us, Anthony will let you know.
I'll let you know.
He's
okay, people. Look into, we're talking about local shit and new shit and all this shit. These two are comic book. They were written by Caleb. I don't know. I know his last name, but I don't want to fuck it up. Thusat. Illustrated. It's a really cool book. Premise is based on a guy who creates time travel and then is immediately visited by himself to stop himself from creating time travel. I got the Rick and Morty variant cover and the original cover, both autographed. The reason I bring it up and why they're sitting here in front of us is this guy will be at Rubber City Comics in downtown Akron Saturday, October 2nd. So if this comes out by tomorrow, which it should, the next day he'll be at Rubber City Comics in downtown Akron. Check it out. Get a book. Get it autographed before it becomes a major book picked up by a major comic company and you wish you would have. Also give Rubber City Comics a fucking stop by. They're really cool. They have a bunch of live videos where they sell comics and all kinds of cool shit on Facebook Live. It's super dope. So check out Rubber City Comics. Check out Flytrap. Super dope comic by super good illustrators and writers. I loved it. Get the Rick and Morty variant comic cover. It's super dope. So check that out locally. Super cool.
Dope.
That's it.
Dope.
That's the end of that. And then Jake's giving it 2 thumbs up, so you know it's good.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's it.
That's it.
Well, if you guys stuck around and you guys gonna go check out the comics.
Rubber City Comics.
You know, and if you guys like this show and you like my face and you like Anthony's face and you like Jacob's face, you should totally subscribe.
Who doesn't like my face?
I mean, there's some
It's-
people.
I mean, it's covered in hair. Come on. Who doesn't like hair-covered things?
I mean, some people don't. Well, tell your friends, tell your family, tell your family's friends, and tell your friends' family to subscribe to the Saturday on Sunday podcast on YouTube. My name is Steven.
I'm Twan. And we are not Venom.
We love you. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.
Have a good one. Take it easy. Take it sleazy. Take
Are
it
you
hard.
guys ready for the new fucking Venom?
It's a Saturday on Sunday!
If I had to ask you right now who your least favorite Star Wars character is, and Jar Jar doesn't count because that's a consensus of the whole community.
I don't know.
I think that's a tough call.
Like all of Star Wars.
All of them, like
Fucking-
everything. I'm talking Rogue One, just anybody.
Like,
in Star Wars
I'd say
universe.
Anakin Skywalker. And I don't care if he's Darth Vader, because I don't really care for Darth Vader either, to be honest. I feel like other Sith Lords and other bad guys in the Star Wars universe are way cooler.
Darth Maul.
Right. Like, they should have done a lot more with Darth
Yeah,
Maul
well,
in the live
when
action.
you have fucking asthma and a hooked to a respirator.
Right. I mean, you know, that's what happens when half your body gets burnt up.
Idiot.
Like,
Should have had the high
No,
ground.
but my least favorite is fucking a robot.
IG-88.
Oh, that's C-3PO.
Yeah,
Fucking hate
he's a whiny little bitch.
him. He's just like Alpha 5 from Power Rangers.
Yeah.
He's always whining about stupid shit.
Ay, ay, ay.
And he's always saying shit we already know. Like, get the fuck out of here,
Like-
robot.
Yeah, but I liked Alpha from Power Rangers.
He's a whiny little bitch, too.
I mean, I was thinking for... I
I
thought about for a second of getting a tattoo of Alpha from Power Rangers. From the, like, 90s Power Rangers, not like the
Not the new
other
one.
Power Rangers. Like, the new one looks stupid. I
But-
hate it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like a guy in a costume with a fucking saucer fucking thing on his head, like running around all.
But Alpha 5 was not one of my favorites.
Damn. Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,